So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a low poly walk cycle inside of Blender. Let's go. Also, let me know what you think about the green screen. Brand new. Okay, so here we are on the computer. So I have my rig over here. So if you want to learn how to rig, there should be a video up in this corner. And yeah, so here you go. We have a character, and then we have this little sheet that kind of gives you like a reference to all the poses. Okay. So let's start off with the first pose. So the first pose is a contact pose, which is basically we just drag down the hips slightly, change to global. So like having rotate on. Actually, no, let's leave rotate off for now. So you guys have G or just use the gizmo. I'm also gonna put my so we can just move it up and down, and then we can go move this here, like this, and then this foot goes back like here. Okay. And you also rotate the toe up like this. Okay, so there you go, that lines up there, and then part of the foot here. Okay, so let's fix it from the front view. We have it like here, and then we can drag this in as well from there, another X. Okay, I think I need to drag this in further. I'm going to rotate slightly, and then rotate back slightly. Okay, and then so since this leg is forward, we go into, let's make that there. Wait, no, but wrong one. So here. Then this arm will go back. So we go here. We rotate this arm back, and then we can just select these, Control Copy, and then Control Shift V. That the other side is the same thing, and then just rotate it forward like that. Okay, make it a bit more natural. Okay, and then we can just rotate our body slightly, and yeah, and then rotate the head back, so to the front. Okay, so that's our first frame. So now let's go press R and let's go location and rotation. So it's location rotation. You can just set the active key set to location rotation, and when you press R, it will automatically add the keyframe. Also, we should probably change it to the dope sheet like this. I just like using the dope sheet tool. Okay, so let's go and work on the second pose. Okay, so as you can see, we go to frame 4, and on frame 4, it's the down pose. So that's when you step forward and your feet like this. So we make this one flat on the ground. Okay, so like there. And then this one is going to start lifting off more. We can reset the rotation of the toe with Alt R, and then drag that back, and then drag the hips down a bit. And then we can go select. Let's actually just leave the arms for now. We'll animate those afterwards. So R. Let's just hide all the arm bones and the arms itself. Okay, so here it is without the arm, just to make it simpler for the beginning of the animation. So we're going to look at this here. So I think they step it way too wide here. Let's just drag that back, drag this one back, and drag the hips up. So drag it on the Z. There you go. Okay, so we can select everything R, and then we can go to frame 4. So the feet will just slide a lot. So let's go duplicate this guy's position, this foot, so Control Copy, and then go forward and Control V, and then we can Alt R, R, fix this over here, R. So the foot just goes down like that. The back foot slides a little bit. I think it's sliding too much right now. Drag this back. Let's just drag it back here. So here, R. So actually, the back foot's supposed to stay in place. So this one, R, and then drag it back and forward. There, and then the front foot slides a bit, I think. No, these foot don't slide, my bad. So there, and then we can go to frame 7, and then we can go drag this foot to the middle, drag the hip up like this, and then drag this the foot forward. Okay, let's drag this further back. So here, here, drag this up, and then R and R. Okay. So right here, the hips should be neutral. Here it would be rotated more. So keyframe here. Okay, so here that's the first bit. That's fun. And then we can make the up pose, which is on frame 10. And then we can go, that's the foot goes further back and then rotates like that. Okay. Then rotate the toe. And then drag this foot forward like that. And you can rotate the toe as well. So let's just select those bones. Also drag the hips up slightly. And then rotate this back. Okay. Okay, so in this first frame, you can see it goes back. So we want this to actually go forward. So let's drag this frame, this on this keyframe goes back. So yeah, let's drag this forward slightly. And then here. Okay. Rotate this. That's looking nice. And then we're going to have another contact pose at frame 13. Okay. So we can just go to first frame, copy everything, go to frame 13, then Control Shift V, and I'll flip it to the opposite side. So R, you can see there. Okay, so this rotation's way too fast, so let's just remove the second frames, make it simpler. And then here, we can rotate here. And then select both of them R, and then we can also rotate them forward. Actually, let's rotate the other way, like that. Also, if you don't want this bone up top to inherit the rotation of the lower one, you can go to relations and then uncheck inherit rotation. That means if you rotate this bone, it won't rotate the top bone, which is quite useful for the hips. You can do this, okay? So let's do that, and then keyframe these here. You can rotate slightly. Okay, that'll be opposite that. Okay. And then we can go select these poses, and then we can go control copy. No, we can go shift D and then drag it along. Okay, so you can see that will redo it again. Okay, so right now all we have to do is, so you can see we have it like this. Okay, so if you want to copy them over, we can, I guess the simplest way is just to control copy, and then this will be frame, what is it? It's frame 16. Control Shift V, R, and then control copy, frame 19, control Shift V, R, frame 10, copy, go to frame 22, control Shift V, R, group, goes back on. Okay, and then we go to, I think it's 25, yeah, and then copy the same contact pose. Okay, there you go. So we have the walk. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set this frame thing to 24, and then if you play it, it will be completely looping. Okay, so let's just fix this head rotation. Okay, so you can see it's a little too shaky. So let's just go. Just delete some of these keyframes so it makes it smoother. And then I guess we can also go to the graph editor and then work there as well. So we can just go normalize. Everything should be fine. I think I have the regular movements. Is also fun. You can also just adjust curves if you want to. So whether it's the rotation or the location. So yeah, but whatever, we'll smooth it later. If you don't like watching it right now, you could also just select everything in T and then bar constants. And then you can kind of see all the poses and see if it looks okay. That's looking okay. Let's add some more rotation of the upper body and hips. Okay. So this pose will have a slight forward rotation. This pose will have, this one goes forward more in here. And then this will be like a neutral. This one you put rotate it there, and then here this will be rotated there. So this one we can shift D, copy it over. Okay, so we still need to rotate it more there, and then yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna go back to linear. Okay, it still doesn't feel right. Okay, so right now it doesn't copy that code, so the reason. Okay, so here, I'll just drag the hips down here. And then just drag this foot back slightly. That's better. We do the same thing with this foot. So, yeah, drag this back. And then drag the hips down. Okay, so you can see it's just a sharp, like, there. So we just need to smooth the rotation out. So we can just go here and then hard location. Just lock it. And then we can edit the rotation. So delete this there. So we can just make it smoother. And then we can actually just drag this over. And then it's supposed to just, this goes down, then up, and down, and then up. So it's just like a slat kind of thing like that. So maybe just make it less dramatic. So drag this down, drag this up. Yeah, that's fun. That's better. Okay. And then let's start working on the upper body now. Okay. So let's just go rotate it like this. So it will be going that way. And then same thing over here. Over here, it will be the opposite. So we can just Control Shift B. That's way too much. Let's just do it very slightly. Then we can also rotate it slightly. I also want to make this slightly slower rotate. What's it? Slightly slower animation. So let's just select everything. Unlock these, and then let's take this to like 30 frames, not 35, not 350, 34, and then scale this up. There. Okay, that's enough. I like that pace. I'll just make it a bit faster. Okay. Yeah, I like that speed. Okay, that's a nice speed. That's what, 30 frames? So we go 29. Not 19, 29. Okay. So there. Okay, so the face starts off looking this way. So let's rotate it back. Like that R. Then so here R. Middle. So we want to go rotate it. First let's do uh rotation, turn off move, and then change to local. Okay. So there R. I'm just looking at the thing to see how it looks. Okay. And then let's go add in the arms again. So Alt H, we get the bones back, and then Alt H again, so we get the arms back. Okay. So yeah, so we need to go. So we already have this pose. So then we can just go copy, and then go to the big N, Control V, and Control V, or just R, and then in the middle, so frame 13 or 15 actually, Control Shift V, and we select these bones, R, and then we can go frame 1, copy, and then the end, Control V, R. Okay, so there it goes like that. And then we can Control copy, and then select these two, go to the middle, Control Shift V, and then R. Okay, so right now it's clipping through the body. So in the middle, we can just rotate this out slightly, and then add keyframe for those. I just want to remove this keyframe over here, and then do the same thing for here. Okay, and then rotate it out. We'll just rotate the hand. So R and R, and then just also add some hand movement. Okay, and then so here. Okay, so actually I don't have my fingers parented to the thumbs parented to the hand right now. So let's just do that quickly. Copy. Okay. So here. Now if we rotate the hands, thumb will actually follow it. We can just add a keyframe there. Yeah, and then another one at the end. 15. We can just add like a keyframe there. Here we can rotate it that way. And then here we rotate it like that. Okay, that's just looks like he's breaking his wrist. So let's just rotate slightly back and move that forward. Okay. And then by here, we'll still want to be lagging behind. There. That looks quite better. And then let's just copy the same things over. So Control copy, Control Shift V. Okay, so let's just add keyframe, delete, and then keyframe. Okay, and then middle. Go to here. Actually, I want this position over here. Here, there. Okay. So then over here, so we go copy and then Control Shift V. But that will actually be here, Control Shift V. Okay. And then this pose over. Also, actually just animated by itself. So that so it lags goes that way. So this hand will lag behind slightly. So it can be rotated that way. Okay. And then we can go forward here. That will be still there. And then yeah, you can rotate it back. Okay, so this drag, we can actually just delete that keyframe and then drag this back. Okay, and then I want the same when it goes back. So rotate it that way. Okay, and then we need to copy this frame over to here. Ah, okay. And then it's supposed to animate the arm rotation a bit. So let's add a keyframe. We have a keyframe here. Drag this over. Then we can go forward here and then click it up. Here, you rotate it like that. And then fix up slightly. Rotate like that. And then, yeah, further. So it attacks more with the arm kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's fix that quickly there. You see what I mean? That little whatever. I think that's just moving, adding some more moving to the foot. Okay, I think that's a bit too dramatic. So let's just drag that forward. Rotate the toe forward slightly. So there. So the feet need to kind of stick to the ground. But right now it kind of looks like they're stomping. And then also there's something wrong with the knees. So use them popping in and out. I think we just need to drag the pelvis down. Change back to global. This is not a very good model like I haven't weight pasted it properly. So yeah, just hard the model. As you can see, there's still a bit of like you can see what I mean. So it like kind of like wobbles. So there it goes forward. So let's check. So but yeah, so basically that's kind of it. And then you just have to start messing with all the curves and animation stuff to get it to look a little smoother. So yeah, and hope the tutorial is helpful. Yo guys, I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you have, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my channel just for more Blender content, just like this tutorial. So yeah, have a good day, and carry on blendering.